Hello and welcome to the Cape Fear River Trail Park, located along the north bank of the Cape Fear River in Erwin. I'm Park Ranger Paul with the Harnett County Parks and Recreation Department. You know, one of the things I really like about the Cape Fear River Trail Park is all the really large trees that can be found here. I like to refer to them as grandfather trees because they're so large and they're so old. So we're going to focus our hike today a little bit on some of the trees and some ways you can help identify trees, and may look at a few other things along the way. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was this tree here. This is one of the larger grandfather trees here, and this is a Tulip Poplar. Now, one of the reasons they're called Tulip Poplar is because the shape of the leaf. And the shape of the leaf kind of resembles a tulip flower. Now you notice, as far as identifying, that this leaf has lobes. It's not entire. In other words, it has lobes and sinuses instead of just being a sort of a uniform shaped leaf. But if you look at that leaf, it kind of reminds you of a tulip, but it also has flowers on it that kind of resemble tulips as well. And this is actually in the same family with magnolias. But this is one of our larger grandfather trees here, and really admire seeing trees like this in this park. Sometimes our grandfather trees can be subject to the forces of nature. In 2016, we had the remnants of Hurricane Matthew, which at this point was a tropical storm when it came through here. But this large northern red oak was blown down by the winds from the storm. Also, you know, you get a lot of rain with tropical storms and hurricanes and so forth, so it softens up the ground to where it's going to be more vulnerable to be blown up by the root ball and all. We also saw a massive amount of that when Hurricane Fran came through this area in 1996. But this is a northern red oak, and if you look at the bark of the tree, sometimes, especially on larger trees, you can sort of identify trees by the way that the bark looks. The northern red oak has fairly smooth bark. It's not scaly, but you notice these sort of ridges and sort of darker striations that occur throughout the trunk, and that's one way that you can tell the northern red oak.